Hey everybody, welcome to BitzyBobzy. Look, we have the Batman of bikes, Batman, Fat Man. Can it pull me? Can it pull me? Look at the size of this thing, it's absolutely stunning. I love it, and then I'm going to get it to take it out. God, this is a good day, is it not? It doesn't feel like it in my head. Anyway, let's go. Hello everybody on this frosty morning. Welcome to BitzyBobzy. Sam here, and I am on the bobber. I like to call it, because it's more like a motorbike than a bike, this beast. I was going to use the word beast. I hate when that's used all the time. I seem to be using it. So this is the Hidoes B3 bike, and my God, is it like a Hummer when I sit on it on my wee small frame. I say small frame, I mean height-wise, not weight-wise. Because this looks like a Batman vehicle, but let's be honest with you, I'm more Fat Man than Batman these days. Now, should you hear any noise banging and clanging at the front, it's because it's on a dual suspension setup on the front. But it's a very weird old suspension setup wise. It's great because it takes every bump, because there is no suspension on the back. It just seems very bumpy, which I find weird. And when I say that, I find weird that it's making noise, but the whole bike is smooth as anything. I mean, I will say, I feel like the tallest person in the world right now. It's really quite nice. Everything's where I need it to be. The angle of these handlebars are so weird though. It's weird because it's like, because I'm not tall, it's very weird how it sits all the way back. So I've had this bike a while. It's one that I've wanted to be taken out and things. I've just not had the time. I'm sure it's going to stick out. I mean, I'm positive it's going to stick out. This is, if you want a bike for looks, Hidoes has some pretty bikes. But the suspension, I've got a funny feeling, although I'm 100 kilos, this says it takes 150 kilo payload. I'm pretty sure that the problem I've got here is I've not got enough weight at the front. So because I've not got enough weight in the front, it's not pushing down on the suspension, making it jump back very quickly. And I'm a person who noise really bugs and annoys, so I wouldn't say it's ruining it for me, but it's not a pleasant noise that I'd like to hear right now. Hopefully the love for this bike after this trip takes over for it, but we'll find out. So quick check-in with everybody. How are you doing? Are you alright? As per usual, I am still horrendously bad in my mind. It's terrible. Living with disorders is really tough to do. But doing easy bike videos helps me, because I hope that I can come back to you and get you out on the road. You, the person sitting there watching, thinking, can I get out? Should I get out? Should I get an electric bike? Should it be something that I should park my hard and earn money? Because we are coming up to Christmas. Boo, hiss. I'm not really a great fan of Christmas. I don't have great memories of Christmas. But because we're coming up to Christmas, inevitably the new year follows. And what happens in New Year, everybody? It's the new year, new me. Where you waste all that money in a gym membership. Christmas is also the time where we're going to all start eating, and I'm already heavy as it is. So anything I can do to get myself out here is any little helps. It's better sitting down and doing nothing when I feel like I don't want to do anything. And saying that, we're sitting about, I think it's about 2 degrees out here just now, and I'm pretty sure that my nipple, oh God, where is she going? No care at all. You right there, love? You right? Thank God I'm not a car. So as I say, on the ride, everything's tight. I know that nothing's loose on this bike at all, because I've built up myself. But yeah, the noise isn't great. So let's see how it goes pulling off from the stationary. Because I've got a funny feeling that with the weight of this bike and the weight of me, it's not going to pull as good as the other bikes are. But because I'm on a hill just now, I suppose it would be a hill start assist, you would kind of class it in a car. I'm in the right gear, I'm up at 5. So let's see if we can start going, because need a wee bit of leg work there, but not much. Actually, no, that's brilliant. See, when you look at a bike and you've got certain expectations though, and then when you jump on it and the reality is very different, it is weird. So this will stick at the 15.5 mile an hour maximum speed. I'm having to turn it down because I kind of want a wee bit of work through my legs today, maybe a wee tiny bit. Not hundreds, but I want to feel like I've done something. Got a couple of hills that I'm going to tackle. And the reason that we're going to tackle a couple of hills is that this bike is a weird one for so many reasons. I've seen a couple of pictures where people said about taking it off-road. I think for small woodland trails, maybe, but I wouldn't say that you'd be taking this off in the woods and going for it. It's really not that type of... This is like a... I'm trying to explain how I would explain this bike, because I've been thinking about it a lot over the last few days before I even went out in it, because it's such a different bike from everybody else. But I'm positive that, again, it will draw looks for people, because it looks so much like a motorbike. But Amazon have got it up for sale. Hidoes themselves have got it up for sale. And it's a 250. Now, it certainly doesn't look that way, but it's stamped 250. So meaning that, you know, we should be all right legalities because it says 250. And I do believe you can unlock it, but it's not really something I want to use it for, because that's not what I'm wanting this bike for. I do find, like the other Hidoes bikes, they are more for not cycling, if that makes any sense to you. Now, the reason I want to give you my honest review and opinion is because, I mean, I'm hoping that my honest review opinion means something to people, because I'm trying to help you make sure when you part with your money, up to £1,000, it's a lot of money. It's not a lot of money in the e-bike world, but it's a lot of money. And when you spend that money, you don't want to be really spending it once and then twice again. What's going on up here? Handy wee path would do me good when I'm up. Right, so here we go, on the off, on a big massive hill, right? Because this hill goes up and up again, right? So I'm just going to put it in number 5, because I'm not even going to attempt this, right? And I can hear the motor, and it's not a very loud motor, might add. And as I'm going up, now I've got bad back pain today. Terrible shoot down my left leg. So I don't have lots in me. But see, on assistance 5, this bike must have one helly amount of torque. Now it'll be a cadence sensor, not a torque sensor, the way that it's driving. So when you turn your feet, the motor takes over. It certainly makes things like this easier. So if you're thinking, I want a really cool e-bike and I want one that'll pull me up hills, well, I'm quite heavy for my height and stuff like this. This is on the assistance 4 on, actually now. I thought it was on 5. I'm on assistance 4. And just, I could push a bit harder to turn it on to 5 and that. There's no need to. This thing just pulls. It's awesome. Like a big tank. Part of me thinks if I was ever in an accident when I'm on this bike though, who would come worse off? The car that'd be involved or me, because I'm not really sure with this thing. Certainly at speeds with the 26-inch tyres, it is handling and grabbing on the road perfectly. That's lovely. I don't feel unsafe. The road's a bit slippy today. I feel very safe. This seat though, again, I love it when the manufacturers put a decent seat on things. There's nothing worse when you get a bike and you want a good seat and it doesn't have a good seat. This is a lovely seat. It's a lovely seat, lovely riding position. I don't know if I've said it before, but it feels like a kind of beach cruiser. I could imagine this is the type of bike that you would take if you lived near near the sea and stuff. Like you want a bike just out for cruising, you know, bobbing about. This is definitely it. But for me, honestly, it screams like the new Batman films with Christian Bale and that stuff and everything that came out. And it screams to me before I went on it. I hope it's not a tumbler. But it's very, very stable. Unlike this mental health, eh? And this is the thing I want to get across to everybody as well, if I can do in all the videos and everything. I'm feeling like crap. I'm feeling really low. I take a lot of meds and stuff like that. But I'm out and I'm getting air into me. And although it's freezing, I'm getting air into me. And I can use the bike to do the full assistance if I want, but I don't want to. I want to give myself a wee bit of a workout, a tiny wee bit, just to keep me going. God, I'm going to cringe saying this. I'm happy I'm here. Just need to let that soak in for a wee bit there. It's just a peace and quiet out here. And as you get on the straight road, the suspension doesn't make as much noise, so just be aware that it will make noise as you're going over the other terrain, but when you're out on the main road, it seems fine. I really love this bike for looks. There's so many bikes to pick out for there, and if you have a look on the channel, there will be more coming. I have a hell of a lot more planned. I do love Hidoes bikes though, because they are different. I'd probably say in my top just now, oh God, it's hard, you know that, because Jan Snow made me laugh so much as well. I never expected them to be decent. But yeah, so I've got the babysitter behind me. He'll be freezing and moaning, and he'll be watching this back later on. I keep trying to get me to do a video because my friend Nick, he hates cycling, absolutely hates it, detests it. But I got him in a bike, and because I got him in a bike, he really loves it. So he likes to come out because he knows he doesn't have to do much. But yeah, it's really nice. The suspension and the seat post is just lovely when you are. Is it definite bobbing about? That's what it feels like. But in my way, it's something that's needed because I need something not to make it feel so bad. Hello, sheep. Oh, wrong gear. Doesn't make a difference. The assistance in this bike is beautiful though. If you are worried about buying a bike, especially one this size, and you're worried it's not going to be able to take your weight and stuff like this, it could take a hell of a lot more weight than I've got on me, and I'm pretty heavy. So it's a good feeling. So yeah, the Hidoes B3, well, I'm not going to lie, there is things that I don't like about this bike, but to be fair, I think it's all about looks. Come on, Hidoes do make bikes that are all about looks. There wasn't a problem with the ride per se, but there was issues. I'll talk about that in a wee second, but come on, just breathe this in, take a week, come on, it is lovely. I mean, they are calling it a bobber style. I would say it's a kind of beach cruiser with the fact that you could see yourself in a really, this is where I'm pitching myself, because instead I'm standing here and it's about 2 degrees and my nipples are ready to burst through the cameras and through my friend's babysitter's eyes, which I'm glad he's getting a laugh about it, but honest to God, I've never felt this cold since I don't put the heating on in the house. So, on this bike, we've got 48 volts and it's an 18.2 ampere battery. It is massive in there. It matches the bike, thank God. So it's saying 120 kilogram maximum payload. I'm not really sure about this. I'm about 100 kilograms. Going up the hills and stuff, it actually pulled me really easy. I could down the amount of assistance it gave. Although that brings me to one of the issues. So there's a few, as I say, but this is one of them, is the battery updates in real time, so it shows battery fatigue. So going up the hill, it jumped down to about 59%. The battery was fully charged before it came out. So be aware that it will do that. When you go on the straight, it'll go back to give you the real battery in the real world, but that panic will set in though, possibly at the start, so just to let you aware of it. It says there's 3 riding modes, but I did go and adjust it to 5 because that's the normal for me, so you only have to go through 3 modes of settings, but I prefer that. We have the 7-speed Shimano Tourney, which I'm guessing because we're always 7-speed Shimano Tourney. My God, please change it in some of these bikes, although This one's okay, I wouldn't bother changing it. There's nothing it's not going to make you go out and cycle really hard on this bike. It really is for sitting back, relaxing. It's like your big comfy armchair. It's like your Old Faithful. It's where you go to be. I just want to relax. This is a relaxing ride. This is what it's made for. So the weird thing on this bike as well is the brakes. So at the front we've got normal cable style brakes, but at the back we've got oil brakes with hydraulic. It's really weird, but with the bike being the way that it is, and because you're cruising along, it works. It just works. The suspension at the front is really annoying with the rattle. It really does drive me nuts when I'm out there, but it's because there's no weight on the front. There's nothing wrong with the suspension. All the weight's kicking here, which the seat takes that. Lovely, fantastic. None at the back. It doesn't really need it. You will not notice that. But because it's all light all the time, you'll keep getting this kind of slap all the time, which can be annoying if you're like me who doesn't like noise. But when I went on the street and actually out in the road where I would end up taking this, it went quiet, which was great. So if you're going to take it out and back too, be aware that that is going to make that noise, and that's it. So on the battery, on the range wise, they're talking about 25 to 37 miles. Probably, I'd maybe say at the maximum at this bike I would look at 35. I wouldn't expect any more than that. It's quite a heavy bike, and that's just how it is. So it takes about 6 to 8 hours to charge, which is quite slow these days when it comes to the old charging, because there's a lot of the bikes where it's charges a lot quicker. But please be aware though, for the price that this bike goes for, it certainly is matched exactly where it needs to be. And the biggest thing that I will say as I take you around is wait till you see the light on this thing. Is if they don't notice the looks of this bike, then they'll certainly notice the light. So let's get you a wee walk around, and now I've got the 7-speed Shimano with Kenda tyres, very good, well-known brand. Look at the size of the battery compartment though, and the control, it's fantastic. And look at that seat. I do wish that they'd done it in different colours though, because I really think that the bike could pop. I mean, it will pop, but it'll pop more with some extra colours, anything in it. There is a chap on one of the Facebook pages who's done some modifying. I would say you go on there, a lovely bunch of people, definitely in the Facebook pages there, that I would say to do that. Now the screen is a bit, we're just going to up to the screen. The screen is a wee bit basic, it really is, but it's nice and bright. You can see it fine in the daylight. It does what it's supposed to do. And on the front we've got mass, so if you want to connect things to it, you're a massive amount of space to put stuff on as well, which is really great. So now at the end I get to say some of the stuff that I try and remember to say that I always forget about. Right, I have got lots of bikes just now. I love them, they're all great. I would keep them all, but Marie tells me no. We're coming up to Christmas, why not treat yourself and support the channel? If you want any of the bikes, give me a wee shout. I'll try and do you a deal. I'll try and sort out something. You take more than one, I'll do that as well. You know, let's go for it. Just to forewarn as well, I will be having that big video coming up in the channel where I will have to give the details of what happened with one of the e-bikes and why I was away from YouTube for such a long time. So that will be coming. But in the meantime, I'm just going to try and just keep pushing myself forward, because it's been a really tough one yet again this week to try and get out. But I'm hoping that this bike is something that one of you are actually looking for out there, and you're wondering, is it any good as an e-bike? It is beautiful, but please know that this is the bike that you're going to get to show off to your friends, and the fact that you're going to go check out this thing, that's what it's for. It's going to be the type of one where people go, excuse me, sorry to stop and bother you, what is that? You know, and they're going to go, is it legal? To which, when I say, you'll laugh inside yourself and you'll go, well, it's stickered up saying it is. Amazon or sell it as $250, Hidoes to sell it as $250, there's a sticker on the back. Everything is legal, unbelievably, because when I say it shouldn't be, what does it matter? They say it is. What can anybody do? And when I'm out on this, I certainly feel it's one of these things that I have in life, that this is a toy. And it is one that I would recommend. If you're looking at it, go and buy it. You will have fun. Thanks for watching. Catch you next one.